Biden admin funneling millions to Chinese-backed entity, all in the name of green energy. I mean, what would you expect from a Chinese stooge? We know that Biden's doing everything he can to help the Chinese government because of all the dirt that I always talk about, all the dirt that they have on this man and his family. But before we get started, go ahead and hit that like button, share this out so we can get this information out there. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber, and hit that alarm bell so you know when I'm putting out new stuff. Also, check out my link tree in the description. It has a link to my Patreon where I talk about things I can't talk about here, and there's also a link to my Instagram. Also, check out the link to my shop where I got I Will Not Comply t-shirts as well. If you hurry up and get them, you can get them just in time before the holidays. All right, let's talk about this news. LanzaTech, a Chicago area company that says it turns pollution into cool things such as fuels and chemicals, has gotten lots of U.S. tax money. And guess what country LanzaTech is tight with? Of course. The Biden administration has given the company 10 million dollars in grant payments since April 2021 when LanzaTech announced it was working closely with Sinopec Capital, the Washington Free Beacon reported Wednesday. Sinopec Capital is the green energy investment arm of the Chinese state-owned oil conglomerate Sinopec Group, also known as the China Petrochemical Corp. The report said, and I've reported on Sinopec Capital before, and LanzaTech's filing with the Securities and Exchange Commission concede that its tight ties to the Sinopec could affect its financial returns. What's more, Sinopec is the means by which China buys oil from Iran and Russia, which are under U.S. sanctions. So this is how they get. This is how they get around it. It's all so cozy. In an SEC filing on November 14th, LanzaTech admitted that, quote, we are subject to the risk that the Chinese government may intervene or influence our operations at any time. They admit it. So they admit it. And then the Biden administration is pushing hard on its green energy policies, which it says will provide high-paying jobs. We haven't seen any of that yet come to fruition. But China is hustling to take the lead, even though last year it launched construction of nearly 3 dozen new coal-fired power plants, because they know coal works, not this fake stuff that they're coming up with, which is basically just another way to move money. And the president and his team are not helping the U.S. when their green energy efforts include not only money to LanzaTech, but also a $200 million grant to Microvast, a lithium battery company operating mainly out of you know where, China. Microvast, by the way, is on an SEC list of companies not complying with U.S. auditing standards. It makes one wonder if the touting of all these wonderful electric cars Biden loves is aimed at aiding his friends, the Chinese, as they sell us batteries. Republican Senator Tom Cotton of Arkansas said aid to companies such as LanzaTech means the Democrats' quote green energy agenda is stamped with the words made in China. Instead of handing millions of taxpayer dollars to a Chinese-backed company, the president should be encouraging American energy production and American energy independence, Cotton told the Free Beacon. But of course he wouldn't do that. That makes too much sense. The Department of Energy told the outlet it awards grants, quote, on a competitive basis and follows rigorous merit review process using independent technical experts. LanzaTech is fond of Democrats. One of its key investors, billionaire Vinod Khosla, hosted a 32,400 per plate Democrat fundraiser in California and headed Barack Obama's India policy team during the 2008 presidential election, the Free Beacon reported. Board member Jim Messina is a political consultant who was President Barack Obama's chief of staff and 2012 campaign manager, according to the LanzaTech website. During the Obama administration, LanzaTech received millions of DOE grants, some of which, 3 million, carried over into the administration of Obama's successor in the White House, Donald Trump. In September, LanzaTech announced that CEO Jennifer Holmgreen had addressed White House officials and members of Congress on the quote progress LanzaTech has made in leveraging biotechnology and biomanufacturing for a safe, secure, and sustainable U.S. economy. The Biden administration has also criticized for the April sale to China of 1 million barrels of oil from the U.S. Strategic Petroleum Reserve, and y'all know I did a report on that. The sale was made to Unipec. See all these names coming up again. Unipec, the Chinese Petroleum Trading Agency, and was part of reduction of U.S. reserves to their lowest level in some 40 years. Besides enhancing China's strategic reserves, aggressive buying by Unipec tightened China's relationship with Iran and Russia, according to the Free Beacon. The sale prompted an investigation by congressional Republicans. Also, on December 7th, Republican Senator John Barrasso of Wyoming demanded answers from DOE about the microvast grant, which he said, quote, endangers our national security and compromises U.S. efforts against China regarding technical superiority. So again, more money for China, less money for the American people, and he's using our tax dollars and taking our tax dollars and giving it to the Chinese government, the CCP. Now, let me know what you think about this. Leave your comments down below. Like, share, subscribe, and check out democrepublics.com for the latest in news. Until next time, peace.